Hello, pre-calc students. I feel like I should help walk you through quiz 1, quiz 2, and quiz 3 with conics. The first thing is help you out with quiz 1. So the first problem is relatively simple. We need a circle which is centered at -7, -6, and has a radius of 2. So looking at the circle, we have a center where the x value is -7 and the y value is -6. And the circle is going to have a radius of 2. So when we have -7, -6, when we have our radius of 2, what we can do is we have -7, -6. When we have a radius of 2, we're going to go 2 in every direction from the center. So let's use our circle drawing tool in Khan Academy to have a center of -7, -6, and then get a radius of 2. And now the circle has a radius of 2. So let's check that. That was right. Clearing annotations. We need to find the center of the circle. So just visually, I see that I need to see the question says, step 1 is to find the center of the circle, and 2 is the circle passes through -4, -1. What is the radius? The circle does pass through -4, -1, that is true. So -4, -1. And we're just looking at the center. We can say that the most likely the center here is our x value is -3. It looks like our center is -3, 0. Okay? So that's our work here. Looks like our center is -3, 0. Let's see if that's our best answer choice. And it does look like -3, 0 is only the remotely, that's the only real answer choice that works here, okay? So now, with our center at -3, 0, our point in the circle is 4, -1. So our radius is going to be the distance between our center and our point in the circle. This distance is the radius, so we need to find the distance between -3, 0 and -4, -1. Okay? So find the distance. Find the distance, we can actually use a Pythagorean theorem. So -3, 0 and -4, -1. This is going to have a distance from -3 to -4. It's going to have a distance of 1. This is going to have a distance of 1. And so then so we have -3, 0 and -4, -1. So a squared see. Yeah, neg. Yeah, negative. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. 1 squared is 1, 1 squared is 1, so 2 is equal to c squared. And c, or our r, that we should say, the square root of 2 is equal to c, which is equal to our radius. So, with all that work, our answer is the square root of 2. Clearing annotations. Write the equation of the circle graph below. So let's see. We have a center So our center, HK, is going to be at 4, 3. We have a radius, or we have a point on the circle. So a point on the circle. We can use our plug in our standard equation in the circle. So now we have a center H3, we have write the standard equation in the circle. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. And we'll have a point on the circle. A point on the circle is xy. And so our point on the circle is going to have a coordinates of, that point is going to have coordinates of, our x value is -1, our y value is +1. So point on the circle is -1, +1. All right. So our center is 4, 3. Our point on the circle is -1, +1. This is going to associate with x. This is going to associate with y. So plugging this in to find the radius, we can have -1 minus 4 squared, h is 4, plus y is 1. 1 minus 3 squared is equal to r squared. -1 minus 4 is -5. -5 squared is 25. So we'll have 25 plus 1 minus 3 is -2. -2 squared is 4 is equal to r squared. So 29 is equal to r squared. So now we have r squared, we have hk, and we should be able to write our equation of the circle. X minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 29. Great. Now we need to graph the circle. X squared plus y squared is equal to -14x plus 2y plus 41 is equal to 0. So we can write x squared minus 14x plus r, complete the square term for the x's, plus y squared plus 2y plus our red term is going to equal -41 plus our term for completing the square for the x's plus our term for completing the square with the y's. So let's complete the square. While we're at it, for our x's, we'll have -14 divided by 2, that's equal to -7. And then -7 squared is 49. So our term here is 49. And then for the red terms, we have 2y divided by 2 is going to be, or so, sorry, not just 2y, just 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1, so we're going to add 1 here. So, getting this all out, we're going to have x minus 7 squared plus y plus 1 squared is going to equal to 49 negative 41 plus 49 plus 1. So negative 41 plus 49 plus 1, that's going to equal 9. Because negative 41 plus 49 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. Which means our center is 7, negative 1, and our radius is equal to 3. So let's verify that we are correct. Our center is 7, negative 1, and our radius is 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's check. Great. A certain circle can be represented by the following equation. X squared plus y squared minus 18x plus 20y plus 177 is equal to 0. So we just need to find the center and the radius. So x squared minus 18x plus r, complete the square term, plus y squared plus 20y plus r, complete the square term, is equal to negative 177 plus r2, complete the square terms. Completing the square, we're going to have negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9. Negative 9 squared is 81. So 81 is going to go in a box on the left side and a box on the right side. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 squared is equal to 100. You're going to have a 100 in a box on the left and a box on the right. The x terms. The x terms will factor into x minus 9 squared. The y terms will factor into y plus 10 squared. And that's going to be equal to 177 plus 100 is negative 77. Negative 77 plus 81 is going to equal to 4. So this means gives us a center of 9, negative 10, and a radius equal to 2. Remember, 4 is equal to r squared. If 4 is equal to r squared, then 4 equals r squared, then r is equal to the square root of 4. So that's how we got a radius of 2. So we say our center is 9, negative 10, and our radius is 2. All right, that's 5 for 5. That's quiz 1.